In a world where change remains the only constant, recent political developments have sparked a flurry of discussions, debates, and speculations. Once again, we find ourselves at the intersection of politics, power, and policy. In an unexpected move, former President Donald Trump has declared a war on what he calls the deep state, aiming to drastically transform the federal government. Trump's plan involves dismantling civil service protections, shifting positions away from Washington, and potentially even dismantling entire departments. His proposed changes, including the reclassification of civil service workers as political appointees, have raised a storm of concerns. The primary worry is the erosion of democracy and the depletion of expertise in the government. The potential politicization of the federal workforce, the forced exodus of experienced employees, and the risk of corruption are all significant fears. The question remains, will these changes lead to a more efficient system, or will they simply destabilize the existing order and open the door to more problems? In a countermove, President Joe Biden has taken steps to block these changes. However, the potential impact of Trump's plans remains a significant concern. The balance of power seems to be in a constant state of flux, and the future of the federal workforce hangs in the balance. Civil rights activists and business leaders have also been vocal in their demands for targeted funding for Black-owned businesses, which have been disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Biden administration's stimulus plan aims to support these small businesses, but concerns remain that without specific provisions, Black businesses may still be neglected. In the midst of these political whirlwinds, federal government workers have been raising their voices against U.S. policy towards Israel's conflict with Hamas. This dissent reflects broader societal changes and a shift in public opinion, and has led to calls for a ceasefire and addressing the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. In the first week of his presidency, Biden signed over 17 executive orders impacting labor conditions in the U.S. These include allowing unemployment benefits for those quitting due to unsafe COVID-19 conditions, stricter COVID-19 rules and penalties for companies, mandatory mask wearing on federal property and transportation, and strengthened protections for LGBTQ employees. In this intricate dance of politics, the common thread remains the pursuit of a more equitable, just, and inclusive society. As the world watches, the U.S. continues to grapple with these complex issues, each development shaping the course of its political landscape. In summary, we've explored the recent political developments, including Trump's war on the deep state, Biden's countermeasures, the calls for targeted funding for Black-owned businesses, the dissent against U.S. policy on the Israel-Hamas conflict, and Biden's executive orders impacting labor conditions. As we navigate this ever-changing political terrain, one thing is clear: the future of politics is anything but predictable.